Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the 160-day Storj vs ScPrime update. I know it's been a long time, but I had to have some vacation and some exams from school. So now is the time that I have available time to make this video. So let's jump straight into it. Let's open the VNC viewer to open the server. Here we are on the Windows server that is running currently. I'm gonna go ahead and open the first dashboard. Now, there's a couple things I want to say. First off, this dashboard is the first node that I set up with Storj, and it has been running really smoothly up until I was away in another country for vacation. It actually went down, and it was entirely my fault. I accidentally shut off the computer, and I didn't have a way to turn it on while I was gone. So that was definitely a reason for a lot of downtime. But this node has been running for 160 days now. It is just about fully vetted on all satellites. It has received almost a full terabyte of data, 0.8 terabytes. And it is because it is entirely filled now. So it is a 1 terabyte drive, but you need to provide some headroom for extra storage so you don't overwrite and corrupt files. So I set the size to 0.83 terabytes, as you can see right here. And it is completely filled up, which means I have moved on to a new node so that I have 2 nodes running. And I'm gonna go into detail about that soon. But as you can see here, I have had some downtime on this node, about 10%, but it will be fixed soon. I'm pretty sure that in the following week it will be great again, because the downtime wasn't that much, and the payout has been decent. I haven't gotten anything transferred yet, but as you can see, the current month is $2, the total earned is $5, but the total held amount is huge, and that is because when you are a new node operator, they held back some of the money. That way you cannot just take the money and run, if you know what I mean. But I will get that money at some point if I choose to shut down the node, or if I do a graceful exit, it's called. So this means I am actually earning roughly $2 a month on this 1 terabyte drive that is just sitting there. I think that's pretty decent because my server is running anyways. Here's the held amount breakdown. As you can see, most of my held amount is on US and EU, which is fine. It was also the first satellites that I was vetted on. If you want to learn more about held amounts, you can go and read on the Storj website. If you have a node yourself, you can press here, and then you can read about how it works. So as you can see here, month 1 to 3, they held 75%. 4 to 6, that is where I am now, they held 50%, and month 7 to 9, it's 25%. And after the 10th month, you get 100% of the revenue. After the 16th month, 50% of your total held amounts are returned to the operator, with the remaining percent held until the node gracefully exits. So what this means is, when I hit the 16th month, I know that's still a while until I hit that, that's like a year from now. But that means I'll get 50% of this back, which is pretty good. And then they'll keep the other 50% until I do a graceful exit. And I think that's pretty reasonable. I think that's pretty fair, because they want you to do a graceful exit so that every single file can be transferred over properly. And the held amount is an incentive to make that happen. But yeah, as you can see, here's my payout history. US and EU is the bigger ones. And yeah, that is node number 1. Let's go ahead and look at node number 2. It is way bigger. So most of you guys probably know the website called Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, or like here in Denmark, we have another website where you can buy used stuff from people. I found a brand new 12 terabyte hard disk for like $100. It was brand new, never opened. So I decided to make a node with that, and I think it's worth it because it's a hobby and it's fun for me. But 12 terabytes, that is so much data I can store on that one. The uptime though hasn't been great because the second node had to be run with Docker, I can show you. So Docker is a program you can use to store, it's called a container, where you have your server or your thing running. And it's developed for Linux, I believe, back in the day. And they made it for Windows as well, but it has been so buggy for me. So when I had the newest version of Docker, it just wouldn't start, it just wouldn't run. So I actually had to delete it and install an older version of the Docker. And as you can see here, it is running. My container here is, the Storj Node container is running. Yeah, you can see here some memory usage, some CPU usage, network usage, whatever, which is actually pretty awesome that you can see this. I think it's kind of cool to keep tabs on it. Of course, I also use my glass wire to see how much data is being transferred. But this second node is a 10 terabyte node, as you can see. Boom. It's pretty big. We have used 56 gigabytes, which is not much, but it's a start, for sure, it's a start. And the uptime is really bad, as you can see, really bad. And that is because 1, I had problems with the Docker, 2, I accidentally shut off the computer when I was on vacation. So it is what it is. Now, if we look at the payout information, we can see that an estimated earning this month is 0.15, which is not a lot. But there's like so much more held back. There's 75% held back, as we just read. So definitely, it will become a great node in months from now when it is vetted, and I think it will receive a lot of data. But right now, it's still in its very early phase, so bear with me. And then we have ScPrime. Yeah, so a lot of things happened with ScPrime. I don't know if it was a glitch or if it was something that they decided from the developers, but most of the data actually got torn off the network. As you can see, I had almost 400 something gigabytes. I had 461 gigabytes. Now I have 18, which is annoying because I paid for the license and it's taking away all my incentives, which kind of sucks. But the developers has been like putting in some extra incentives to kind of help people. And obviously I also have downtime on this one because I simply had my machine turned off, as you can see here, for a couple days, 3 days it says. But it is running. It is not making a whole lot. I mean, it has made this month, and it's the 20th today, it's made not even 1 SCP, and like 1 SCP to USD is so little. Like, it's insane how little it is. It's under $1. So currently SCP is not worth it. I don't know what's going on, if this is just my node or I don't know. It's kind of annoying and frustrating because SCP used to be really good for me, but it's clearly not right now. Yes, but I am keeping a Glasswire open to monitor how much data comes in and out of my servers, and as you can see, SPD has gotten so little data. Like, it is under a gigabyte in the past 24 hours, while Storj has gotten over 13 plus 1, that's 14 gigabytes of just download and almost 9 gigabytes of upload. So right now in the race, Storj is definitely winning. Thank you so much for watching. I will try to make an update again when I can, as soon as possible, and maybe I'll make an update if the ScPrime situation changes. If not, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I am almost hitting the amount of view time I need to turn YouTube into a small profit. But what I actually need is subscribers. So if you enjoy the videos and if you want to see these kind of videos, maybe leave a like or subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. Of course, it's okay if you don't want to. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.